actually wanted to be a surgeon because I always wanted to help people get better. And funny story, I threw that dream away because at the age of 16, I remember my lab partner hurt himself in the biology lab with a broken beaker, and lots of blood came out oozing out of his arm, and I literally just froze, stood there, didn't know what to do. So at that moment, I realized, you know what, I'm scared of blood, and obviously I can't be in the medical field anymore. So then I went for the next career path that I was passionate in at that time, which is the legal industry. Because since young, I loved being the voice of other people. Like, even at a very young age, if my classmates had any concerns or anything to voice out to the teachers, the first person they'll ask, "Hey, Jia Yi, can you like..."
It's you. You're the one who speaks for them.
One XXX that I want this, I want more time, this kind of thing. And I'm like, just leave it to Jia Yi, don't worry. I'm your most reliable spokesperson. So yeah, and that's how I started loving the legal career, and that's why I studied legal as a profession.
Before this interview, we had a conversation and you told me that you were a corporate lawyer for 2 years. Like, how would you describe that life, especially compared to the life that you have right now, like running a kombucha business?
It's a very, very different experience, a very different life, I would say. I think the biggest difference is having confidence in what you do, because when I was a corporate lawyer, of course I was working for a lot of large companies, a lot of public listed companies. I was involved in several large mergers and acquisition deals, for example, like bank mergers and stuff like that. So being a professional, people instantly put their trust on you, especially if you are a lawyer. So people have the confidence in what you are doing. And when I decided to come out and start my own business, especially starting a kombucha brewery, which is something so foreign to people, like, what is this? So, I mean, instantly I had to pitch my ideas to like grocers or to like individuals to what kombucha is. And of course, no one really trusted on what I'm selling. You know, like what is this tea? What is this bacteria? Will it even sell to the market? You know, people do not have the market confidence. So instantly I had to build the confidence in myself and my brand to show everyone that this is a sellable item. This is the future of tea. This is something that the future generation would love, and it will sell on your shelves. So yeah, I went from a professional, a legal professional, to a sales lady actually.
Selling your own brand and something that you believe in. And what were the reactions you received when you decided to leave the safe, conventional field of law for the unknown world of like home brewing and selling?
At the start, of course, like any other Asian parents, my parents, they weren't very happy with what I wanted to do. For them, it's like, why would you leave such a stable, honorable career to actually like spend most of your time in the kitchen brewing tea? Like, it wasn't like a very glamorous corporate career. I had to chuck away all my heels. I have to chuck away my blazers and like just wear like sports shoes, brewing things, moving all the stocks around, delivering it shop to shop. So yeah, and I was actually like occupying 2/3 of my home kitchen, and I needed to empty a room in my house to actually put multiples of jars of kombucha inside, and when you open that room, it just smelled so vinegary. So I mean, but at the end of the day, my family and friends were all very happy for me. Fast forward 1 year, which is today, because they could see like I had a very steep learning curve. I learned the ins and outs of a small business, how to sell something, and I had the courage to walk out of the corporate career to start my passion project, which in the end translates into a business.
It is quite refreshing to speak to you today because I think on the podcast we have people of various experience. Some people have decades of experience in the tea industry. Some have 5 years of experience in fine dining. And for you, you are a fresh 1 year in and passionate about this. What is one of the biggest lessons you have learned so far in this journey?
In this journey, I come from what you hear just now, I actually come from a corporate legal background. So when I tell people, when people ask me, so are you a food technologist? I'm like, no, I'm actually a lawyer. Yeah, so people will be shocked on what is this? So yeah, it was a very steep learning curve for me. I had to learn everything not from zero, I would say. It's actually negative.
Wow.
Yeah, all negative because although I have the passion of trying out new food and also have the passion to, come up with new flavors and things like that. But when you go commercial, it is a whole different avenue when it comes to that.
Whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame. So I had to be my own food technologist. I have to be the procurement officer. I have to be basically what Chinese people say, bao ka liao.
Just wearing many hats and doing everything as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm just wearing many hats. So yeah, it is very difficult coming out as an entrepreneur. I would tell everyone that being a businesswoman, being an entrepreneur is not for everyone, because you have to go down low to actually convince people on what you are selling. You have to do everything on your own as a start before you become more established. And is that the risk that you are willing to take?